To walk you through a little bit about Hostess coaching and how you can utilize this section on our Holy Grail when you booked a party. So, this video that I'm recording right now is going to be located right here, Hostess Coaching Made Simple. I'm going to start by walking you through this little party planning guide website. So, let's get started. So, this website is going to have the 40 guests in 4 minutes and also the party kickoff form. They are located on your Holy Grail for easy access in case, let's say, you didn't get them at your one-on-one, or let's say maybe you need to print off some more. But in case you are unfamiliar with what the 40 guests in 4 minutes sheet looks like, this is going to have some different categories of different groups of people that your hostess could be writing down their names in different categories. So at a party, I generally keep about 10 of these on hand in a folder at every party. And then I tell her it doesn't matter if these people fall directly in each category. We just want to make sure that we are putting down 40 people's names and we're going to invite 40 people to the party. And on the phone call for the next day, which I'm going to talk about next, I'm going to explain that to her. So when I send this home with her the night of the party, I'm explaining a little bit about that we want to make sure we fill this out by tomorrow by midnight. She'll get an extra bonus, and her extra bonus could be like an extra 20% off item off anything that's not covered by the credits, or it could be like a foil pack or a mini travel size bottle. It's totally up to you what you want it to be. Just remember to keep it super cheap and simple. But again, this is what I give her at a party when she books a party. For me personally, if she books a party outside of a party, I'm on the phone call encouraging her to just at least write down 40 guests on a piece of paper, and then again to take a picture, screenshot it to me, and she'll get a bonus item when she does that within that 24 hours of booking that party. That gets her, excited. She's working for something extra, and it's kind of like dangling a carrot in front of her. The party kickoff form. This form is what I use on hand, and I keep a binder, and I have sheet protectors for each of my hostesses, and they each get a form here. So I am on the phone call. I am, confirming like her address, the time, the date, her phone number, which I'd already have, her email address, and then also just going over a couple of things like what does she want to get out of the party? Does she have products on her wish list, or does she have a partner and do they want to get or any of her special products? Is she having any special requests for the party? So like maybe, you guys can talk about a theme. Maybe she loved a specific game that you played, or maybe she has a favorite product that you didn't talk about that she wants you to feature. What's the best way to reach her? And then is she going on vacation from now until her party, which is sometimes really important in case she doesn't text you back when you're texting her, which we'll talk about next. Just that you know that the party's still on. She just happens to be on vacation. So again, I keep these on hand in a binder with sheet protectors, one per hostess. And that is listed here on the website. Now let's talk about that first phone call. So the first phone call, I have that party planning kickoff sheet in front of me that I'm going to read off of that and go over it. This website is great because it's going to give you literally a play-by-play written instructions of what I'm telling you right now. And then even too on the side here, they're going to give you roadblocks and tips and tricks and how to make sure the party holds. So it's a really great website that's got great detail. So if you are someone who loves to research and find all the in-depth detail, I say definitely check out this website. There are some people who do more than just a Facebook event. We do have something that's called a media center, which is free for your first 90 days in business, where you can create little invites. There is evites that you can create, or just Facebook. Regardless if you're doing Facebook or not, making sure that we're going to be texting our hostess and making sure she's in contact, excited, talking to her guests is the other most important thing about having that hostess coaching and like the invite type of relationship with your hostess. You can't just make the Facebook and hope that people will come. And that's also very important to relate to your hostess as well. She's your business partner. She needs to be texting her friends personally. So let's talk a little bit more about that Facebook event, okay? So on the Holy Grail, we have here, it says what to post to your Facebook events. So what I have here is this is going to be a document That is a super quick copy and paste. Obviously, you're going to change the pictures that are me. And I did try to include in this as well, like where to input, the hostess's name, your information, your website. But for every single party, I literally just copy and paste the exact same thing. But the reason why is because, and I do it about 2 times a week, and I have an alarm set that helps me remember that. So it's like Wednesdays and Saturdays. But the reason why is because I want to make sure that the guests know that they are going to get bonuses when they bring a purchasing friend. They also are going to see a little bit about like what we're going to talk about, that the parties are just so relaxed and super fun, telling them that we are hiring for joining our team. Do they want to have their own party? Again, reminding them like when to arrive, no men, no kids, shopping's confidential. They're going to take home some of their inventory. Also, too, a really fun bonus here, which gets guests a little bit more excited. And then they can register for this door prize. Super easy to make this picture on Pic Collage. And then just also like day of the party reminders, and then also too like the day after the party, like how much would they have made if they were the consultant, and a little extra goodie in case that they maybe forgot to order and they weren't able to make it. So that is going to be called what to post to your Facebook events. We also do have cover photos, which is super fun. You can change it up, do a bunch of fun themed parties. So there is a lot of different options in our album called Themed Parties. Also, you're going to find that we have details of the Facebook event. So I like to keep things simple, and I just have a fake party on Facebook for every single month. And then I just copy that party, and it already has the cover photo, it already has the details. All that I need to change is the start time, because it could be 12:30 or 6:30, it just depends if it's a morning or afternoon. I also change the hostess's name, and then my information is always at the bottom. Obviously, just make sure you read through this because it has some more information about my stuff. So just make sure you copy and paste and change a little bit. There is some information at the bottom here explaining a couple bonuses, like what do they get when they bring a purchasing friend, and what do they get when they pay $100 cash. So make sure to check out those details at the very bottom there. Also on the Holy Grail, we have some examples of what to text your hostesses. This is not the right way what to text her. This is just an example. So feel free to tweak as you want. But these text messages I've been using for probably the last 3 years, and they're just going to be pretty straightforward and just nice to give your hostess some tips and tricks beyond that first couple phone calls. So I do in the phone call remind her that I am going to text her a script, and that's her one and only job is to personally reach out to her friends. And that script is going to be seen right here. So just making sure you read the bold letters and the caps, because there is going to be some things like date and time, your hostess's name, your party links, your information that you do need to change out. I do also have some bonuses in here as well. So to make things as simple as possible, I try to explain those bonuses down here at the bottom as well. But I text my hostesses about 2 times a week if it's about a month out, and I do have an Android, so I schedule those text messages. And if you have an iPhone, you can do like alarms, which will help remind you to text that certain hostess. Or there is also apps out there which will remind you what script to send what person. So I think that app is called Scheduled. So talk to a fellow iPhone user friend if you need some more info about what those apps are. And then last but not least, if you need to rewatch this video, again, it's going to be right here at the Hostess Coaching Made Simple video, but it's extremely important to make sure that you're not just making the Facebook event and relying on just the event to let those people know about it. And also, too, to let your hostess know about that. Most of the time your hostesses don't understand that they need to over-invite and they need to personally message their guests. So it's really important that you're checking the events, you're in contact with your hostesses, they're responding back to you. And if they're not responding, then it's totally okay to say, like, hey, girl, are you getting my text messages? I'm not trying to be annoying. Happy partying, ladies!